Good morning out there. Today's Friday, March 28th, 2025. I'm Anthony. This is Drive Dive. So I didn't record yesterday. I wasn't really in the mood. I kind of had an emotional Wednesday night. Some thoughts circulating in my brain Thursday morning. Couldn't quite get to the whole productivity spiel, and I didn't exactly want to talk about here with all of you why I was so emotional Wednesday night. So we'll skip it, right? But, James Clear in his Atomic Habits book suggests that, you can't skip twice. Skipping twice forms a habit of skipping, which then takes away from your identity, right? I mean, if you're a YouTuber who records every day, I guess you should do it every day, right? It's okay to skip one day, but not two. So here I am, folks. Able to kind of recap a little bit. Yes, I didn't record a video here on this channel yesterday morning, but I actually did get home with my son, and we put together a video focused on Lorcana. So I recorded, right? It counts. YouTuber me, did make a video yesterday. Even though I was the on-screen talent for that one, I made a video. I do have to edit all this stuff and get posted and get, that separate channel up and running. But, I don't know, man. It's just fun projects and hobbies that eventually, who knows, could add to some sort of, income stream and make me feel that much more productive, right? I mean, otherwise it's projects, right? I mean, this is personally enriching, this time here, creating things with my son, I feel, right, is bonding time for the two of us, but there's also a bit of learning and development growth for him in that process, gaining some of these skills, whether it's thinking on the fly, right? I mean, we don't script things, so thinking on the fly, formulating thought, getting it out in a coherent manner, but then also learning about the AV that goes on with the different cameras and how all of that works, the video mixer, do's and don'ts of the computer software, the recording software, the editing software, and all of that fun stuff. So, productive day in terms of my YouTuber identity, despite not recording yesterday morning. And that's kind of where my focus is right now, is what counts, right? Taking stock of the things that, sure, didn't happen, but also noting the things that did happen. Which, finding that balance, creating that balance, I guess brings me to my how to win friends and influence people point today. The latest chapter focused on being nice and how you can catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. And I'm reminded of that point just by describing that balance I'm trying to achieve in myself, acknowledging not just the bad and trying to do that less often, focusing less on that, and more often acknowledging the good, counting the positive things that are occurring as well. And so the being nice, I think, is in one sense talking about correcting someone's behavior. We can't always be waiting for the bad behavior to occur to impose some sort of disciplinary measure. But when that good behavior happens, to acknowledge it, to encourage it, to celebrate it, and have that balance, like I said, good and bad, supportive, corrective, going on. We can't always be the negative Nelly. Have to be positive as well. But I think even more so, Carnegie provides examples where, I guess, encountering a police officer in a park with his dog, where I guess at the time, the rules, the laws, it needed to be muzzled and leashed. And the first occurrence in which he was caught, or the anecdote, the storyteller was caught with his dog unleashed, unmuzzled, it really got read the riot act in the form of a warning from this police officer. But then afterward proceeds to bring his dog to the park with the leash and the muzzle, but after some time not seeing this officer, goes back to the original, well, my dog doesn't like to wear the muzzle, doesn't like to wear the leash, So I don't require my dog to do it, and not abiding by the law. But then after some time, he does encounter the police officer, and expecting the officer to take the same approach as the first time, where he came off really strong and assertive and wanting to kind of beat his chest and make his presence and authority known. Before the officer had an opportunity to do that, this dog owner says, you caught me, you got me red-handed. Like, no argument for me, you're right. If I were in your position, here's what I would do. I deserve whatever punishment's coming my way. And having taken that approach as opposed to sort of a combative one, an argumentative one, hey, come on, officer, like, I know you told me last time, but my dog doesn't like to wear the leash, and right, making excuses and taking that sort of approach. The storyteller shares that essentially because he took that tact of saying, yes, I apologize, I'm sorry, you're right, you're the authority figure here, I deserve whatever punishment's coming my way, that by being nicer rather than not, it changes then the officer's perception of the situation. And ultimately, the officer did not impose a penalty and sort of agreed to disagree and just said, like, hey, you know what? I'm going to be over here on this side of the hill. If you go over there on that side of the hill where I can't see you, enjoy the day with your dog. And so there's things like that where there are opportunities to be nice and find ways to correct people's behavior, but then also to be nice, to be apologetic rather than combative when we're the offender, when we've broken a rule. And so I'd like for you to comment down below, what are some ways, some times in which you've taken the nicer route when maybe there was a more obvious, nasty, not so nice route, or vice versa, where you took the argumentative approach and afterwards said to yourself, oh man, I could have taken this approach instead and likely gotten a very different, more favorable, positive outcome. So that's it for me, right? Focus on the positive, try to figure out what it is that is going well and focus on that. Yes, there's some things that could go better, or right, either didn't go well at all, or it can certainly, went well enough, but could go better. Acknowledge well enough, acknowledge the things that did go well, that you are doing, that you are accomplishing, give yourself that credit, and those around you. And, keep your chin up, keep it productive, keep it positive. That's it for me. Happy Friday. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and seriously comment down below. I like the reactions, comments, the feedback, the exchange. And enjoy the weekend. I'll catch you Monday, assuming I don't take another day off. All right, take care.